You are on the YouTube channel of Mudit Verma. I am Mudit, and today's video I'll be covering 3 reasons that I keep going in stand-up comedy. 3 things that keep me going in stand-up comedy. The first thing is that the tools are always in place to do stand-up. One of the biggest reasons I chose to do stand-up comedy instead of music is that I really don't know how to play any instruments. I took guitar lessons for a year, but they didn't quite stick. The mechanics of stand-up are more or less already there. The way stand-up works is that you tell jokes in the language that you are fluent in to an audience that is fluent in that same language. The baseline mechanics are there for you to do stand-up. Not too many technicalities in place, and you don't need to go through a learning curve in terms of how to simply talk in whatever language you're fluent in, or communicate in whatever language you're fluent in. The same way you'd have to learn how to play an instrument, like learn the notes and strings and chords on a guitar, so on and so forth. The second thing that keeps me going in stand-up comedy is that it's very gratifying. Even on Zoom, you know, when folks are unmuted, those laughs have a level of gratification. Maybe not as gratifying as it is in a live audience, but that's kind of what we're going through in these times with the need to social distance. Also, those tools are in place as well. A callback to the previous item is that Zoom and online devices are tools to enable us to provide an audience our stand-up comedy. The third thing that keeps me going in comedy is that it's a structured endeavor. The advent of going to mics, working on jokes, writing new jokes, working out premises, doing workshops, there are milestones in place. The times when new jokes fail or bomb, as we say, that's all measurable and that's all gratifying. Going to an open mic doesn't feel nearly as useless as going to a bar or a party in college. There wasn't much networking that happened in those college days. My demographic doesn't do well in these parties, being a short minority male. Stand-up comedy provides that outlet and structure. Those are my 3 plus, perhaps, things that keep me going in stand-up comedy. There are also things that make it pretty difficult to quit comedy. Comedians, when they say they quit, they often just need a long break. This stuff can be so gratifying and available, even via Zoom and other video and audio platforms, that you don't know when to stop. In my case, you often don't know when to take a break to write and then go back on the stage, whether it be a virtual stage or a physical one. These are not only things that keep me going in stand-up comedy, but I would also argue that these are things that prevent nearly any comedian from quitting comedy. Quitting comedy isn't the same as maybe quitting a gym membership, because you're often paying for that gym membership and there's a contract that's signed. There isn't really a contract that's signed for non-professional comedians like myself. Thank you. That is my video on 3 items or 3 plus items that keep me going in stand-up comedy. Like, subscribe, and comment. Hopefully I catch you at the next Zoom open mic.